What's happening, everybody? We are back, Season 3 of Thrifty Business with Jay and Nay. I'm your one host, Vegas Jay.
And I'm Philly Nay. Hi, everybody.
And, man, do we got a motley crew with us tonight. Look at this. It's like a lineup down below here. We've got Brenda right here coming in from Kentucky. We'll explain that later. It is Bridget, actually. We got Lorna coming in from Washington State with her cute little doggy. And we got Pam somewhere in Redneck, Pennsylvania. And then we also have Theresa, who is having the Wi-Fi reset at McDonald's in Williams, Arizona, in the middle of nowhere because they can't get a signal. So hopefully she'll join us. So tonight our panel is the Lifeguards from the Thrifting Board. And we have all these. This is not all the Lifeguards, but the one thing we have in common is we were all at eBay Open. So we're going to be talking about eBay Open. We're going to be talking about the Thrifting Board. If you're not on the Thrifting Board, why aren't you? We're going to talk about that. And, that's the jam. So let's say goodbye to all the guests down below here. So we'll give them a big wave. We'll put them to sleep. We'll see them in a little bit. And then Nay and I will jump off and get our show going here. I hope I don't turn Nay off.
Oh, please don't.
Yeah, all right. I think I got everybody. All suddenly, Nadine is gone. What? All right, and I have a really special mug for tonight. I've been saving this mug forever, so let's get right into it here. It's Jay's Tiki Talk, where I share a different tiki mug every week and a different rum. And the mug I'm sharing this week, since we're all wearing our red and white shirts, the mug, I have one red and white tiki mug, and it's pretty special. And so here we go. You ready? You ready, Nay?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a mug called Tiki Bob, and we have shared the Tiki Bob before. It's brown with a white face. Well, here is a red and white Tiki Bob being held by a zombie hand.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, so when it sits like this on the angle, so let me drink from it.
And you're actually drinking out of it. Wow.
Mm-hmm. And I can't turn it all the way over. Let's see. See, it even looks like a severed hand. See that? Like the bone and the marrow. So, yeah, that is probably one of my most spectacular tiki mugs.
That is pretty awesome. I like it.
And I have another one in a different color setup. So some show down the road, I will share a different color setup. And Bridget, one of our guests tonight, she brought me 2 rums from Florida. So tonight I'll be drinking one of them. It's called Wicked Dolphin. It's Florida spiced rum. It is artesian rum, distilled from premium Florida cane sugar, honey, oranges, and spices, and it is very yummy. It is unlike other normal spiced rums like a Sailor Jerry or a Captain Morgan, especially because of the orange. It's really yummy. So thank you, Bridget Brenda. We'll explain the whole Bridget Brenda thing in a minute. All right, so we've done my Tiki Talk. Oh, by the way, the mug's made by Monk Tiki. You've heard me talk about Monk Tiki before. They're my favorite mug makers. They make the coolest, wickedest mugs, and they take up a lot of space on my shelves. So that is who made the mug. All right, now it is time for... Nay's breast cancer update and fact of the week. But we are not talking about breast cancer tonight. We have a little bit of a different topic tonight, so I'm going to hand the floor over to Nadine.
Okay. It's a little tough for me to talk about this, but I need to get it out there. And I've talked a lot about my breast cancer. And in addition to breast cancer, I do also suffer from depression and anxiety. And I've probably had it all my life, but it really started at age 13 when I lost my grandmother, and big events in my life seemed to really trigger it. And it's something that I will just always battle like cancer now. When I was in Vegas a couple of weeks ago, I guess it's been about 3 weeks now, and my time is a little off right now. Things were really not going so well. I really started with a major bout of depression, and I really wasn't myself the whole time I was in Vegas, unfortunately. And I was so blessed to be able to go to Vegas. My parents helped me out with that, and I was so thankful. And I did have a good time, but unfortunately, I just wasn't there in my head. I wasn't there. Mentally, and that is unfortunate. When I came home, I had found out some bad news in the middle of the trip, and that really triggered it. And then when I came home, I had a really tough doctor's appointment. I got some bad news about my upcoming surgery, and that really set me off. That was really tough. And long story short, I was in the hospital for a full 5, almost 6 days, and I've had to go off of one very high dose of medication. And honestly, being in the hospital and doing that, I don't know how a heroin addict would feel. I don't know how people that are addicted to drugs really feel, because I've never had an addiction issue, but I can tell you that it was horrendous physically. I had sweats, I had tremors, I had nausea, vomiting. It was hell. And then I had to be put on a new drug because the old one wasn't working. And in order to go on the new drug, unfortunately, with my chemo pill, it doesn't. There's a bad interaction. So my team of doctors really got together. They talked about it, and they decided that the best thing would be for me to go on a drug that will risk my heart. I will have to have EKGs every week now. I have one tomorrow. And it gives me the best chances of battling 2 really tough diseases. I have cancer and I have depression, and they both need to be treated, and they're both equally life-threatening. It's really tough. And so I want to get that out there. I'm on the new medication. I'm not better yet, but I'm starting to feel better. It's going to take a while. It's not an immediate thing. But I do want to bring it out there. I want people to be aware. Just like cancer, I want people to know that this is real, and sometimes it has a stigma attached to it, but I'm trying to speak out and let people know, if you have mental illness, if you have issues like I do, don't be afraid to speak out about it. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't ever feel like you're not alone, like you're alone with it, because you're not. And I'm trying to get that stigma gone. It's a disease just like anything else. If you have diabetes, you take insulin. If you have depression, you take medicine. And I'm grateful to be out of the hospital now. I'm on my way, hopefully, to recovery. I do risk the potential of heart issues, but I will be fighting this and cancer at the same time, and it is what it is, but I just wanted to put it out there. So thank you so much. I've gotten a lot of support this week, a lot of love, and it's really meant a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Jay, for being my best friend.
Yeah, say you must have mental issues if you want to be my partner, because I bring a lot of drama, and you said yes. So you're crazy like me, girlfriend, and I love you. And I don't know if you've seen the chat yet, but
I haven't been able to read it, but
right. I'm saying, but as I get the next segment going, glance over there real quick. A lot of love and support, and I always love and support you. And so yeah, awful fight to be fighting 2 things at the same time, but one day at a time, one foot in front of the other.
Exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome. Big hugs.
Thank you. Hugs back.
All right, real quick, just let everybody know, Theresa joined us. She's doing mobile from her car in the parking lot at McDonald's. I cannot turn her camera off because she's on mobile, so I just told her, just be cool, be quiet. We'll get to you later. So that's why you see Theresa, not anybody else. All right, let's get to the real fun, because it's been a couple weeks now, and we got some shit to share. So let's do it.
Yes, we do.
Time for scores of the week. Woo! And man, I got some fun ones. I saw Nay had some cool ones, so let's get them up here. And where are my? There are my scores of the weeks. All right, cool. I'm going to jump it off. Now, some of these things you might recognize because I talked about them on Haul Threads, but this one was very cool. I found a Siegfried and Roy vintage T-shirt at one place, and then I found the matching hat at another place. So I popped them together. The hat was a little beat up, And although vintage, the shirt was only getting about $40. It was when they were on, they were at the Frontier, which is long, long gone. But when I found the hat, I'm like, I'll give it a whirl for $60, and it sold pretty quick for $60. So maybe I was a little underneath on it, but I think the shirt was $2 and the hat was $2 or something. So I did not have a lot invested, and I sold it for $60. So no complaints. Very happy. And now I'm going to show you some things that you're going to be like, what? Here we go. VHS tape, $25.
Wow.
Yeah, Streets of Fire. It was a Santa Cruz, which is a skateboard company. It was one of their early skateboard videos. A little tough to find. Maybe worth a smidge more, but I was very happy with $25. Wasn't listed too long, so that made me happy. And, you know, empty liquor bottles. It did not sell for $120. It sold for $90. I had this. I bought this Cabo Wabo empty bottle at Savers for $3, and I had it for $75. And a nice member of the Thrifting Board told me, "Oh, that one's worth at least or about $100." So I bumped it up, and I took an offer of $90 within a day or two, maybe. So there at my thrift stores, at least here in Vegas, there's always empty liquor bottles. You should look through them. There are always good ones to be found. And then, last but not least, before I show you, my assistant said, Jay, you're pricing this too low. I said, all right, we'll price it a little higher. It sold so quick, I think we still undershot, and it's very plain. But it is a 1997 Wu-Tang Clan t-shirt, and I guess the yellow Wu-Tang logo is hard to find. So, and there's nothing on the back. It's just plain black. So this sold for $99.99 within about 20 minutes of being listed. So if you are not looking at the t-shirt section, you are leaving money on the table. This was $2.50 at Savers, and I sold it for $100, and it was awesome. Oh, before we get to Nays, I got to switch out something real quick here. I just saw somebody in the chat, Nay. So hang on a second. We got to do something real quick here. Ready?
Okay.
Happy birthday
yes.
to you. And I'm not going to sing because everybody hates my singing. But it is my wife's birthday tomorrow. She's actually on a plane, but I saw her in the chat. So she's on the plane watching the show before they tell her to knock it off. And Nadine whipped up this cute little graphic for her today. So thank you, Nadine. But happy birthday, Stace. I wanted to do that before you took off. But I didn't think you were even going to get in the show. But I see you in the chat. So
happy birthday, Stacy. Love you.
And she said, please don't sing, so I won't. Okay, so somebody said they didn't know what Wu-Tang was. So Wu-Tang Clan's a rap group. Back when they first started, they were 9 members strong. And then all their members went on to acting and producing and other songwriting. So Method Man, Jizza, RZA, Raekwon, Old Dirty Bastard, Ghostface Killah.
Oh, wow.
And then they had offshoots. They all had like little Wu-Tang members. So, but yeah, if you find, like, rap clothing does not sell well, but Wu-Tang stuff always sells. And if you look up T-shirts, you'll see $200 used Wu-Tang shirts. So if you see anything Wu-Tang, get it.
That brings me back to my college days. And just so you know, I saw Ghostface Killah in a Wi-Fi store in New York City. Celebrity sighting.
And you knew who Ghostface Killah was?
Yes.
Get out of here.
I am not kidding you.
All right, let's do your scores, girlfriend.
Okay, so thank you to our member Tanya who bought this Indianapolis Starbucks mug from me. And it is an awesome mug. It has the Indy 500 on it on the other side. And I don't think it's not a very common Starbucks mug. So it's on its way now to our member Tanya. Thank you for the purchase. And I sold it for $49.99 plus shipping. So.
There you go.
And this was from another member. Haley bought this mug from me, and $39.99 unicorn style. And the really cool thing about this mug is that I bought it not this last few weeks ago that I was in Vegas, but the time before, and it's been in my store since, so it's been in there for a while. But we're doing a show about our time in Vegas. This was a Vegas mug, and I found it at one of the Savers in Vegas, and
nice.
So it's shipping out to Haley tomorrow. And this was a Gap. This proves about selling children's clothing. This was a new with tag Gap girls sweatshirt, and I paid, I think just, I think the sweatshirts are like maybe $2.99, the kids sweatshirts at my Goodwill. It had the tags. Somebody offered, I had it up for 28. Somebody offered me 25 when I was in the hospital, and Jason was kind enough to help me out with my store. And he said, you know, hey, I've got some medical issues. Can you, you know, I'll be happy to take your offer. And you know what? She came back. She was, when I got out of the hospital and put my store back on, she took the, I took her offer and sold it.
Cool. And then,
and I think I had, oh, my
yes,
watermelon
okay.
Talbot's pants. Yes, they were really cool, bright pop color capris, and they were a size petite, which is a little harder to sell. But they were just so vibrant. They were really cool, and they sold almost really shortly after I listed them for the full asking price of $29.99. So I was happy with that sale.
Awesome. Those are awesome.
Yeah, they were really
That's
cool.
the kind of thing that I'm like, I wouldn't mind being a girl. Because those are sweet.
Well, you are a little girly, so.
I am, but you would not find
Yeah.
those in my size. That's the problem.
That's true.
That's the problem. All right, so we did our scores. Now it is time for... our duds of the week. Let our mistakes not be yours. Like, I don't care how long you've been in this game. There are some things that you're just thinking, oh, this is good still, and it ain't. So let's get right to it. I bought a bunch of Western shirts a while ago, and I sold a bunch for good money, but then some are just duds, and this one did not sell for 32. It sold for 20 bucks, but I had it up for maybe a year and a half. So, you know, I think Western shirts are cyclical, so the bright 80s colors are kind of down right now, but they come and go. So, you know, they're not bad to look at still, but I still have a whole tub that haven't sold. And then this craziness sold for $15. It's a kissing booth of Mickey and Minnie at a free priority shipping because there was a little mess up on the shipping there. Could have been first class. But the person who bought it went just ape shit on me. So I don't know if this will ever fix. I don't know if this will go fine. So I will one day share the back and forth, but it was a lady who just went nuts. And she said I wasn't nice, and I'm like, how am I not nice? The only thing I ever did was, are we not seeing that? See,
I'm not sure.
yeah, I realize the picture is in there. I'm watching the feed, which is a little about 30 seconds behind it. Yeah, I know we're not seeing it, and I don't know why, because I'm screen sharing. All right. Well, anyway, let me stop, and we'll start it again here, and maybe I don't know. This is very weird.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
technical difficulties. Pardon me for a second. And of course, I see the logo too. I don't know. All right, so I'm back. So let's screen share again. All right. Sorry, guys. I don't know. Let's see if it comes up this time.
Okay.
All right. So give me a few seconds. See if it actually shows up. Yay! All right, it's good enough. All right. So yeah. So. I took a lot of grief and a lot of abuse for $15.74. So this was a loser all the way around.
Wow. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's all right. You know, it happens. They all can be fun.
This is a huge stud. I've got two of them in my store. I don't know why I bought them, but I can't even sell them for $12.99. So, yeah. That was I
actually thought that was a dirty picture of a man and a woman until I looked a little closer. So.
You know what? It actually kind of looks like it now that you mention it, but
when
no.
you quickly glance, I'm like, what's
it's a
zodiac
there? Sign, and I've got two of them. I don't remember what the other sign is, but I've got two of them. I'm cursed with two of these in my store, so nobody wants them. And this I thought was a cool 80s shirt, but apparently not. No one wants it.
Apparently
maybe
not.
I need to lower the price. I don't know, but it's not selling.
Yeah, maybe lower the price, you know, because that'll refresh it, and people get emails. Hey, if you're watching this, the price is now lowered, and maybe it's the time to buy it. All right, so we've done our scores, we've done our duds. Now it is time for Close Encounters of the Thrifty kind. All right, mine's going to be a little gross, so if you're eating something right now, pause for a sec. So on Saturday, it was half off Savers. Everything at Savers was half off through all the Savers in the Vegas Valley, and there's 6. So my friend Vicky and I went and shopped at them, and there's 2 Savers that are what you would call in the ghetto. And the average scent that people wear at the Savers is unwashed. But today, or this past Saturday, it took a whole new meaning. So I was walking through a crowd of people working the purse section, and I'm like, oh, man, somebody's got some serious BO. And I moved through the purse section onto the glass counter. Now, all Savers have a glass counter where they keep what they think is valuable stuff. And I'm the only one at the counter. I'm the only one actually in my vicinity, and I still smell it. To the point of, I start to think, is it me? And so I did one of these little quickies.
Oh, no.
And it wasn't me. And I'm like, man, somebody stinks that bad that I thought it was myself. So we go to ring out. We're back in the car. Vicky and I are driving out of the next one. And I started talking about it. And she goes, oh, my God, I smelled them too. And Vicky said she smelled her own pits. She thought it was her. That's how bad it was. It was on you. It was on you. Ah!
Wow. That's pretty bad. Yeah. That's.
So there was my thrifty encounter. Woohoo! That.
Uh,
All right, now let's hear yours.
well, do you want to hear mine? So do you have the visual to go with this?
Oh, the picture I sent you?
Yeah, do you have if you don't have it, I didn't mean to put you on the spot
I think I bring it up real quick, but go ahead and start and I'll bring it up.
So a few years ago, Jason and I were I was in the group and Jason and I weren't really friends, but
but don't say it like that. It's not that we were enemies. We just weren't.
No,
friends.
I just wasn't. We just weren't the friends that we are now.
There's the picture.
But so see that Panama Jack shirt on the top? Well, apparently, I had a buyer message me, or a potential buyer message me, and he said something like, "Hey, I could get that shirt at Walmart for $10." And I thought it was a little snotty, and so I put it in. I put it out there. I put a post about it, and Jason commented, "Well, you know what? You can get the shirt at Walmart for $10." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't know that Walmart was pimping out Panama Jack and at the time, and that you really could get it cheaply at Walmart." So the guy was right, and Jason corrected me and said, "Yeah, the guy's right." And then he started messaging me, and he said, this guy's right. You can really get it at Walmart, and you shouldn't be complaining about buyers and whatever. And so I said, I didn't say anything. I saw his message. I was bathing my kids or something. And then the next thing I know, I look at my messages, and there's a really snotty message saying, I can tell when someone sees their messages. So he was snotty to me, and he was really a little bit of a jerk to me over this Walmart shirt. And I wasn't arguing with him. I said, well, gee, sorry, I was just giving my kids a bath. I just didn't get to get back to you. So I wasn't arguing with him, but he was a little bit of a jerk to me, to the point where Bridget and I had a chat about it. And Bridget remembers the whole story. She could endorse me on this one. So. But now 3 years, we are happily ever after besties and really good friends. It was just an unlikely that I didn't think 3 years from then that I'd be doing a show with Jason and I would actually like him. But
all right, here, all I'll say is my bad. I'm sorry, mea culpa.
Wow, I got an apology 3 years later. Thank you.
I'm good at being blunt, but looking back, yeah, I think I was a dick. I'm sorry.
Wow, thank you. Finally, it's admitted. I think I can move on.
Yep. Look, I got no defense. My bad. I'm sorry, girlfriend. All right, let's get right into it here. It's time for... Let me get it on the screen, actually. Try it again. Hey. Our thrifty tips of the week. All right, mine's going to go back to that sale day. Now, look, I've heard people complain. They're like, or not complain, but say, like, if I don't get to the first store at sale day, there's no point in going. All right, so Vicky and I started at 8:45 a.m. At 6:45 p.m., we had both had it. Like, we were done. Our feet were killing. Our backs were killing us. I wore the wrong shoes. I wore the wrong underwear. My stuff was always a mess that day. It was just, we were beat. But 10 hours into half off day, I still found deals. I found this World of Warcraft Burning Crusade Collector's Edition for $20. And it currently sells for $75 to $80, and I'm thinking Christmas time I can hold out for $100. So 10 hours into sale day, there were still sweet deals to be had, and this is a pretty cool piece. So, you know, I'm not a gamer, but it's a game, and in this collector's edition, it's the book. It's a pretty big book of the art. It's the game, obviously. It is a DVD about the making of the game. It's got a booklet about the rules. It's got the soundtrack. It's got playing cards. It's got everything. So I don't know what all... Oh, it's a deck of regular cards, but they're World of Warcraft cards. So, yeah, I don't know what all this gaming stuff means, but what I know it means is $20 is going to turn into $100 at around Christmas time. So don't give up on sale day. Not everyone has the knowledge you have, and if you're hanging out with Nay and I and you're in the Thrifting Board, you have a lot more knowledge than everybody else does. So keep that in mind.
Cool. And I forgot to do a thrifty tip, so I just thought of this on the fly while you were speaking. So mine also has to do with sale days, and in my Goodwills, and I think a lot of Goodwills do this, and probably other thrift stores, there's always 2 colors of the week that are on sale. So if I don't have a lot of time to go thrifting, and say I'm just in the middle of picking up, you know, in between picking up my kids or doing something, and I just have like maybe a half hour, maybe less, I will go into that store and my eye can pop right to the red, right to the blue. Those are the 2 colors, and I will go through the racks and I will pick out those colors, and I can scan the whole store quickly just for the colors and have my full cart of half off items quickly. So that's my.
But your sixth sense. I see those colors.
I can pop. Yep, those colors pop out. So if you don't have a lot of time and there are sale colors, that is a good way to shop, especially if you're on a budget. Just let those. Just look for the colors. Just scan down every section for those colors. And
let me add this: even though I don't have children, I've heard others tell their children, you know, especially if you have small children who sit in the cart, and it's like red day. Okay, Junior, find all the red tags and Mommy will buy you a gift.
Yeah, that wouldn't work with my kids, but it's a good idea, theoretically.
Right. Here we go. You have got to be shipping me, where Nay and I share shipping tips. Usually I share a what not to do. She shares a what to do. I'm actually sharing what you should have in your office. Do you have these? Do you have these? Hey, Jay, what are those? Well, I'm glad you asked. These are to help you hold down the corners of your box if you're working by yourself and you need to pack a box. So I grabbed the big box because that's what you would typically need them for. I don't want to break my tiki mug, so hang on a sec. So if you got this giant box, when you pull the sides down, and they don't usually stay in place because, see, they pop back up and they're in your way. If you take these and put it on the kitty corner to each other, then it holds the box down. Now your hand's free. See? Easy peasy to pack. All right, so that's the one type. Let me push it off the other end. Get rid of that. Okay, cool. The other one is when you're doing a thin box. So as you can see, the cardboard in this box is way thinner. So you use these to hold down the big flaps so they get out of your way. And then it is easier to pack when you're by yourself. Now, where this really comes in handy, I got to imagine, I don't have this, but if you have arthritis or you're older or weaker, these really help. That way you're not wrestling your box top while you're filling it with peanuts or bubble wrap or getting your item in place. So, and you can pick up both these things at Bubble Fast. They're going to be one of our new sponsors. So check them out. But, man, that's easy peasy.
Wow, that is a great tip. And I have a Bubble Fast gift certificate that I actually got at eBay Open. So I guess that would be a good thing to use it for.
Well, bye, honey. I see my honey's taking off on her plane. See you in a couple hours. Happy birthday. Woo! Okay. What's your shipping tip, Nay?
Okay, my shipping tip is I have this apple.
No, it's not the drinking segment. That was the first segment.
No, so why do I have this apple Crown Royale box? Well, I'll tell you. When we did our live show at Rebar, I bought a couple things there, and the good folks there actually packed it in this box, and we are going. My tip is sometimes think outside the box. Maybe a Crown Royale box is okay. So I haven't actually opened these since Vegas. They have gone in my suitcase, which was checked in. And so I will be opening them now and checking on their packing. But I thought it was it was a very interesting way to pack. So I have this mug here that I purchased that I will be reselling. It's this awesome rainbow mug that I purchased for $3. So that will be going into my store soon. And it arrived safely in the Crown Royale box. And the coolest part of this packing job by Rebar is that not only did I get the box, but I got the pouch thing.
Oh,
yeah,
I know that was in there. There's a bonus for you.
Yeah, so I mean it's a very happy, exciting packing job, and I think as a buyer, I mean I'm not an online buyer, but as a buyer, this was kind of exciting and different. So, and my item is still. It arrived in good shape. It's this little owl bank that I bought. I don't know why. And then this is for me. This is not going to be sold. It's an old vintage Japan piece, and I just love it. So that's mine.
Very cool. All right, let's get to it. It is time for. There we go. Our viewers' 2-minute topic of the week. This week, our topic was submitted by Melissa Schneider. Thank you, Melissa. What are some hidden places you're sure to look while thrifting, yard sailing? For instance, the go-back rack, behind purse racks, under sales tables, etc. All right, let me get the timer up here. Boom and boom. And are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let me get you up here now, and we're off.
Okay, so go back racks is a good one. Look high and look low. Look underneath the racks. Actually, good items sometimes fall underneath, and you can pick them up. And in between items, and also in wrong sections. I found, like Jason was talking about finding some good tiki mugs in the vase section. There's a lot of good finds that are just simply really miscategorized, and sometimes the staff just don't know what they are, so they put them in the wrong section. So don't shop sections assuming that you're going to find just that item in the section, or skip sections because you don't think you're going to find what you're looking for. So wrong sections, go back racks, under things, outside the dressing room. Oh, end caps, aisle end caps, that's a good one too, because people often will find good things and then they'll realize they don't have the finances, they just decide they don't like it, it doesn't fit them, they're shopping personally, and they put a really good item right at the end cap, so that's another one.
So very true. I find so much stuff at the end of the aisle. Like, I don't want that. Click right back in the rack. All right, here we go. My turn. So a lot of times at garage sales and estate sales, there are boxes on the ground that aren't opened, aren't priced, and most people don't look at them. So if you look in there, that's when you find the goodies. So make sure, if you can bend down, it's getting tougher for me. I've got a messed up back. I've had a messed up hips all my life. I'm tall. But when I can get down, I get down. I look through the boxes that are not open. And the go-back rack. Some of you might say, hey, what's the go-back rack? The go-back rack is the rack of clothes that people try it on at the thrift store, didn't like it, and they hang it up. And so until an employee puts it back, it's the go-back rack. Now, what's crazy is on sale day, the line to try on $2 T-shirts was a mile long. It's $2. Just buy it. But the go-back racks were full. Now, also at the thrift stores in Vegas, up front, besides the go-back rack of clothes, they have this cart. Go-backs to, the different sections, like, tchotchkes, dishes. As they're rigging me up, because I always have a lot of stuff, I go look in those. So all my stuff's being rung up. I'm still shopping. You shop until the bitter end. That's where you find the goodies. Woo!
Good job.
Aha. All right, so our last segment, then we'll get the whole gang in here. And our last segment this week, we do these segments once a month. And so for today, it is... our J&A's Trendy Bolos. What's hot right now, what you got to be on top of right now, and what you need to know right now. Because now we don't all know everything, but when I come to this subject, I talk about pop culture, my brain's full of more than most. So here's what we're talking about. The costume this Halloween without a doubt, for women, is going to be Harley Quinn. And who is Harley Quinn, you say? Well, Harley Quinn is a villain in the Batman series, and she's currently in the hottest movie of August, and that is The Suicide Squad, which, I don't care what the critics say, it was an awesome movie. And Harley Quinn's been around for a long, long time. She went through a lot of looks, but Margot Robbie is playing her, and Margot Robbie is hot as hell. So there will be 1 million Harley Quinns this Halloween, and I live in Vegas, so all the slutty ones will be in Vegas. So keep your eyes open, not so much for specifically a Harley Quinn full costumes, but if you happen to have an oversized, ridiculous wood mallet, you'll sell it. Harley Quinn's a lot of pinks and blues for the current Harley Quinn, but let me show you. I found an article that they said Harley Quinn was going to be the hot costume last year. So here's this cool article, and it'll apply for right now because it'll be the same. So if you see right here, this red and black, that was early Harley Quinn. So there will be people like that, but here in Vegas, like I said, they'll all be slutty. So they'll be wearing the Daddy's little monster T-shirts. If you see these girls right here, the ripped fishnets. So it's very easy to put this outfit together. And if you go down this article, it'll show you the different looks. Harley Quinn also uses a baseball bat besides a ridiculous mallet. And this was just, and look, even guys get into the action. They're going for the red and the blue. So do a little research, but there will be Harley Quinns everywhere this Halloween. And I guarantee you that if you can put this look together or have some part of this look, you will sell it very easily because the movie is awesome. And I don't say it's the best movie ever, but the critics said it sucked. And Stacy, my wife, who's not a big comic book fan, she loved it too. We got out of the theater, and my first thought was, I want to see more. And her first thought was, I want to break some shit. So when you come out of a movie with emotion, no matter what it is, that's a good movie.
Cool.
So that is my tip, my trendy bolo for this episode.
Very cool.
All right, let me get yours lined up and go ahead and start.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about our guest next week, who is a friend of mine. She's a pink sister, meaning she's another breast cancer survivor. And she rocks because she's also a real-life fashion designer. You know, I love fashion, but she really rocks with fashion. So she's going to give us some awesome fashion tips. This is Heidi. I'll introduce you to my friend Heidi. Now, her tips, she sends these emails out, and
did you just get an offer?
I just had a sale, actually.
I'm like, wait, but that's not me. Oh, congratulations.
I just sold a bra for $36. So
Sorry
Heidi,
to interrupt you, but that's always awesome.
So my friend Heidi's tip is to, and this also goes with my watermelon pants, to mix and match prints and colors, and she loves bold prints and bold colors. A lot of her designs center around really cool poppy prints. So if you see bold prints, we can tie this into thrifting. Buy them no matter the brand. Bold prints sell. So I look forward to having Heidi on next week.
I look forward to be left out of the conversation while you two yak about girly stuff, because I know I'll be out of that one.
It will be girly, yes. And
real quick, just because I see a couple people in the chat going, oh, something else I don't know about in terms of Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is the Joker's girlfriend, so everyone knows who the Joker is. Harley Quinn's is. Are you selling more stuff?
Yes.
What is? I have sold nothing today. What is happening? All right.
I just sold a mug too.
Let's get our gang in here because they're waiting, and I want to talk to them. So let's get. I did the graphics this week, and they said they would suck, but they didn't suck.
Well, I didn't say they would suck.
Hey, it's our guests of the week. We've got Theresa, we've got Bridget, Brenda, we've got Pam, and we've got Lorna. So let's get them all on here. Boom, boom. Oops, I don't need that one on. Boom, 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 boom. All right, make sure everybody's in here. So let's go on down the row. Hello, Bridget.
Hi.
You're working. You're a little crackly, but we'll work on that. Hello, Lorna.
Hello.
Hello, Pam.
Hello, Jason.
And Theresa.
Ooh.
Hello.
All right, we hear you. Yay, they're all working. Yay. Woo. All right, so these are all lifeguards in the Thrifting Board. The Thrifting Board is my Facebook group. If you've not joined, please do so. The Thrifting Board on Facebook, real easy. Nadine designed these awesome Vegas T-shirts for us for the event. Here, I'll stand up to see a little bit better. Welcome to the fabulous Thrifting Board in Las Vegas. And we had the biggest group there. We were the most awesome group there, and we had probably almost 50 people in the shirts. And when you go to an event and you go as a group, not only do you get noticed, you get talked to, and you get talked about from the stage.
Yes.
And so this was awesome. And so we're going to talk about the event, what eBay has told us, what's coming up, what we liked, what we didn't like, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Thrifting Board. So I'm going to go on down the line here. I'll start with Bridget. And so, Bridget, tell me what was the biggest takeaway you had from eBay Open?
That they are really trying to get back to their roots while incorporating new technology. I've been on eBay since 1997, 98. And they're really getting back to where they started, which was we value our sellers. That was the biggest takeaway. But they're incorporating all of the new technology, which is fantastic. I love the hub. So that was my biggest takeaway.
And Lorna?
Same as Bridget. They are really, the hub was something that I didn't understand, and I took the hub class, and the moment I did, everything just clicked for me. So just the technology, the social media, the new stuff they're doing with social media is great. Bridget had posted in the group about the new pin buttons and the tweet buttons. Right, you can share with right away within a second, which is awesome. I've been using it. I see a lot of other people using it. And they're trying to improve that more and more. So that's just great for us that use social media.
Yeah, and you're a big social media queen.
She is.
She is.
I try to help out anyone.
Pam, where'd you go?
I'm here.
Okay, I don't see you, but do we all hear
I know.
Pam?
I don't see anything either. I don't
All
know
right,
why.
So Pam's in a dark room.
Oh. I see you.
But go ahead, Pam. Tell us what was your big takeaway.
My big takeaway was the social aspect of it all. I got to meet a lot of the lifeguards that I hadn't met before, as well as some of our members who I hadn't met before. So that was my biggest takeaway, was forming those relationships that I didn't have. I mean, I knew people from online, but I didn't know them in person. And now that I know them in person, it's a lot different and it's a lot stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Let me turn your camera off and on to see if that'll do it. Hang on a sec.
I would agree with Pam. That was awesome.
Me too. That's a big thing too for me.
Yeah.
All right, now I've turned Pam's camera off. It won't come back on. Oh, wait. All right, Pam, you're there, but we don't see you. I don't know why. All right. Theresa, what was your big takeaway?
So I think the same thing as Bridget and Lorna, the Seller Hub, although, we've been using it. I love it. I've been working with the Seller Hub team behind the scenes, and so actually meeting them was kind of fun on social media. But the one unexpected thing, and same with Pam, is like the whole social thing and getting to meet people in person that you hadn't seen or that you've only met online. I call them stranger friends. That the unexpected thing was people coming up to me who was with this, or you helped me increase my prices on my store, or whatever it might have been that I helped them with. And so that was something that was fun that I never in a million years expected. So the unexpected was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And Nadine.
I think a little bit of what everyone said. It was really great to meet everybody in person, and to put some faces to some names, and to meet my lifeguard girls in person. I mean, I've met Pam, obviously, but it was just like we were all instant friends. I know the first day I got there, Lorna and I really bonded a lot. We were hanging out at the pool, and it was like we were just friends from forever, and it's nice. I love all of you, and so that was really great. And like I said, I was having my own issues during the week. It was a really rough week for me in some ways, but I still had a great time, and I also loved the way eBay celebrated the sellers. I thought it was great that to hear from some of the you know, the company higher ups, you know, like Hal Lawton, and you know, like you know, hearing about how eBay really wants to go back to its roots and how much they love the sellers. It was very obvious all week. We were you know, we were having champagne, and we had the fray at the party, which I loved seeing them, and it was just amazing all that they did for us. So I feel like eBay really loves its sellers, and that was very apparent throughout the week. So that was great.
Yeah, and I'm going to piggyback on the executives because, you know, I've been to other events centered around other big companies, and you just do not have the access to the top-level execs like you do at an eBay event. You know, so Theresa's boyfriend, Hal Lawton, who is like second in charge.
All right, stop. Why did you ever even start doing that?
I don't even know why I started, but Hal and I are Facebook buddies, and we chat at Facebook at night. And how many other billion-dollar companies? And look, not everyone's going to become friends with Hal, but if you're at these events, there is an opportunity or that chance that it might happen. But how many times on a random Tuesday night in August can you be sitting on your couch and just Facebooking with a vice president of a billion-dollar company? It don't happen that often. Devin, the CEO, and I have been friends for a long time because his first day on the job was actually with me in Washington, D.C. And so to have the access, they're all there. They're at the events. They're at the parties. You can walk up to them. You can talk to them. You can say, hey, I got this issue, and they will actually not only stand there and listen, they will get it fixed if you bring them a legit issue with legit facts. Don't just walk up and go, I don't like this feedback I got. But that's a very rare thing to be able to do, to have these discussions with, and not just execs, but employees who are in charge of departments, who make the changes, who listen to the sellers. It's an amazing thing. Now, I know everyone can't make it to Vegas, but I recommend we don't know if it's going to be in Vegas next year. It's definitely going to happen, but I recommend start saving now because it's an amazing event. And we're going to show a few pictures in a moment because not only do you learn a lot and you get access to the execs, you party. And we are all about the party. And let me tell you, right down here, this is my bowling team right down here. We were on fire. This is Mormon Thunder right here.
It was my first time bowling. I was excited.
They had never bowled.
I guess.
The party was at a bowling alley / concert venue where they had a concert. They had all the bowling alleys open for us. If you didn't have socks, they just had baskets of eBay socks.
eBay socks.
eBay socks.
Oh, wait, Lorna's got them. There they are. So they gave us eBay socks for days.
Jason, can I show my glass that I pulled out for my girls?
Yes, absolutely.
It says, I'll outdrink all you bitches.
Ooh.
And that is true.
What's important, though, is you got the eBay swizzles that they were giving out.
Yes, I do.
Swizzle.
Lorna sent this to me because all of my eBay swizzles are in the box that you just sent the other day, that 36-pound box of stuff.
I missed the swizzles somehow, too.
All right, so
I have the eBay glass.
yep.
That's in my box, too.
That was a little empty there, Pam.
Pam.
Yeah, it's empty.
Yeah,
Nadine, when my box...
I was brought my beverage in a different glass.
Nadine, when my box from Jason arrives, I will send you a swizzle.
Thank you so much.
I got a bunch here, too,
Thank
somewhere.
you.
All right, so let's flip it, though. All right, so we talked about what we loved, and it was great. Look, I don't have any ill will towards eBay or this event, but what do you think they could make better for next time? So we'll start with you, Bridget.
Oh, gosh. Let me think.
What would you like to see? What could have been enhanced? What could have made it better?
Oh, my.
All right, I'll let you think. Theresa, I know you got something to say.
Yeah, go to her, because I'm not real sure.
Yeah, you know, I think like it's a fabulous event, and I put this in the survey that they sent us out. I wish they would have the eBay Shine Awards at the beginning of the event, because by the time they got to that at the end of the event, I was able to talk to two of them at the party Thursday night. But I thought that what they were doing was amazing and incredible, and these people, I love to hear their stories and talk to them and just ask very specific questions. So I did put that in the survey, that I think that if they would do that at the beginning of the event and maybe even have had a session with them where we could ask them questions where they were on a stage And I think that if eBay does that again, that they should incorporate that in the event. I would have gone to it, and there's 3 people there from each category, so have a session with the people from the whatever. So, I mean, I still enjoyed that part of it, but I think that would have been better to get to know them, to have more interaction with them. I mean, I didn't know who they were before. I mean, I didn't run into them before that night that they did the awards.
Yeah, that's a good. So, and for those who don't know, the eBay Shine Awards, eBay wanted to give recognition to small business owners like all of us. So they had categories: family-run business, female-run business, most growing business,
charities.
Yep, charities. And so they showed everyone's story, and they gave a winner, and they gave a grand prize. So it was a very cool thing. But you're right. If we would have known the winners earlier on, we could have talked to them. Yeah, to have a panel, it would have been great. I fully agree with you. All right, Pam, what you got?
2 things. I thought that a lot of the workshops were very basic. I am by no means an expert and know everything about eBay, but a lot of the workshops that I took I thought were very basic. So that was kind of a disappointment. However, I did get at least one thing out of each workshop, so it was worth it. And my other complaint is that you couldn't have a +1 at any of the events. And I had emailed eBay ahead of time and asked them about that, if I could pay to have a +1 at the event on Thursday, and they said no. So that was disappointing.
That's a good point.
Lorna.
I'm with Pam. The workshops were a little too basic. I only went to 3 because they were, well, I went to 4, but I ended up walking out of one of them. They just seemed, I don't know, the
one that I stayed.
Which one?
When you should have been teaching.
Yes, that one.
I stayed and went to 3 different times.
Yes, I walked out of one of them. So they were a little too basic. The Seller Hub's the only one I got the most out of because I did not understand it when it first came out. I actually opted in and opted right back out. And I opted in right then, and I've stayed ever since. And I really like it. I love it. It's great. And then also what Pam just said about the +1. I would have liked to bring my other half next year. It would be nice. Maybe I just will work in his store and make him a better seller. I don't know. Pretend that he sells just so he can go.
Hey, they don't question. Plus, let me tell you, if you're a partier, you definitely get your money's worth. All right, Brenda, what do you got?
Okay, a couple things. The workshops were a little long, and they should have had longer question and answer sessions because some of the workshops, as basic as they were a little boring, and some of the speakers were a little hard to understand when they spoke, which made it really, really hard to pay attention. Fortunately, I had Lorna and Pam and Dave Ing to distract me when I couldn't pay attention.
Pulling your pigtails.
Writing notes back and forth.
Yes, writing notes back and forth. And then we look up and we see Jason, who we don't even know is in the room, asking a question, so we all bust out laughing. That was hilarious. But probably longer question and answer sessions, because those tended to go over, and they really could have shortened the workshop where they spoke at you and made it a little more interactive. That probably would have been a lot more fun if they'd made it more interactive and maybe even not had like microphones, but had us, give them feedback or ask them questions from our seats, made it more interactive to where it was a conversation and dialogue instead of them just speaking at you.
And Nay, what you got?
Oh, I thought everything was great, and I didn't even want to criticize anything, but I will say that when I went to the last official, I guess it was called the eBay on Location in 2012 in Philly, they had some seller panels, and they had some actual specific question and answer sessions just set aside so that people could actually ask questions and submit a card to the customer service reps, and your question would be highlighted to not only you could ask the seller panel, but also the panel of eBay execs and reps. So that was a really cool thing that I loved about that event, and if they could bring that back, I think that would be really exciting. And I do have to also say that the breakout sessions some of them were they could have been a bit more colorful. I think they could have been, maybe jazzed up in some ways, some fun graphics, some energy, some, I did have to actually, there was one that I did, I was feeling very tired from my meds and from everything I was going through, and, just being on a chemo pill. But there was one that I did have to leave because I was just so tired, and it was actually, I was falling asleep in the middle of it, and it wasn't because, I think if there was more interest and more jazz and it was more, there was more life in the session, that wouldn't have been the case. But it was, I think they could have done those a little bit better. So those are my two takeaways.
And I'll say one for Nate and a few other friends. Anytime you go to big events, if you have dietary restrictions, they ask you, kosher, vegan, whatever. And so the options were there, but then when food time came, it wasn't that easy to find your food.
Yes.
So I know Nate had problems. Dave Ing was eating a little more healthy. He had problems. So these are things I'm going to talk to because because Theresa and I and a few others have the execs here. I will talk to them, let them know. And I want to piggyback on the breakout sessions. Look, I'm a person who stands on stages all the time and talk. I talked at eBay. I talked at ASD the following week. I got no problem being on stage. I do think I'm very animated. People like to watch me talk. Just because you're in charge of a department... What?
You, Jason? We like to watch you talk?
Just because you're in charge of a department on eBay does not mean you're a good public speaker. And that's the problem. Yeah. And so I think I'm going to suggest this to them, to find a seller, a good seller who loves to be on stage, who could talk about the same thing, and couple that with the person in charge of the team for that specific topic. I think that would really help, because I saw a lot of people get a little bit bored, and if you couple that with a few people who have accents from around the world, and I got no problem with anybody from around the world, but if you're very dry and very Bueller, yes, and you have an accent, it makes it a little tougher, and the days are long, and we partied the night before, and the next, so, yeah, now, look, I love this event. We are not complaining at all, but we all had a great time, and, but there could be a little improvements, and it's a new event, so, they're going to take our suggestions.
Yeah. It was a great, great, great experience. I'm so glad I went.
Yeah.
I have to say, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
It was definitely worth the money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they pay. I mean, that was just not even. That didn't even cover what everyone paid to for the event. Didn't even cover like a smidge of what the event actually cost.
It didn't cover the party, and since we've got to that, let's share some pictures. So here we are walking to the party. Whoops, here we go. Here we are walking to the party. All right, and then here we are. This is the Brooklyn Bowl. The Brooklyn Bowl is such a cool concert venue. My wife and I were just there 2 weeks before the event. We got another concert coming up. It was hot as hell. There we go, hot as hell. This is Vicky Bowling. That's Vicky Bowling. This is made by the Phrase Equipment. And if you look, yep. Oh, Mormon Thunder. Get it, Mormon Thunder. And then we had Dancing on Tables.
Pam.
And I like to point out, it was about 6:45 p.m. and we were dancing on tables.
I was not intoxicated at that point. I was trying to get out of the way, and I was having fun while doing it.
So before the band, there was a DJ, and everybody was dancing on the dance floor, and then the fray came, and so here's the crowd for the fray. And what's cool is, so down here to the left, where you see these people, that's the bowling alleys, but there's another set upstairs. So they have two sets of bowling alleys. All the bars were open. So they were handing out cocktails. You could go to any bar and order any cocktail. You could get, you could play poker with a professional. You could get your pictures taken. You could get caricatures. And then I was watching the guys who run all the visuals. So that was kind of cool. And, oh, look at Pam singing.
Having a good
Oh,
time.
I'm singing. Woo! But they also did, if I can get to him here. Oh, this is Brian Burke. Brian Burke is one of the execs at eBay. Brian and I have been friends for a long time. So as you can see, you can hang out with the execs at the party too. And there's some more. And then this is Federica. She's on the government team. She's the one that brings me to D.C. So we were all having a good time. And then we got our temporary tattoos. So that was all part of the fun and shenanigans. Whoops. So there's Nays.
Oh wow! I didn't.
She got hers on her back, and here we are leaving the Brooklyn Bowl, and I think, there we go. I decided to get some job stoppers. I got my temporary tattoo on my knuckles.
Those are awesome.
But that was all part of it, and eBay always does that where when they have an event, look, it's about them telling us what's going to happen, pumping us up, teaching us, helping us, but then they want to party. And, man, there's just no better event. And right down here, you have all walks of life, and from the biggest partier to the smallest partier, which would be Theresa, but we all had the same amount of fun, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. Lots of fun.
Absolutely.
So you don't have to drink cocktails to have a good time, but it helps.
Oh, yeah. And we drank plenty of them.
You think?
I easily drank $200 worth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and the food was great.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Very good.
Yeah, I have to say something about the food. The food was fantastic, but it was a little hard for me to eat for the week. And I like Jason said, I did sign up for a vegan, and I still had some very non-vegan items that showed up in my vegan selection. So that was a little it was a little tough for me to eat for the week.
I would message the Venetian catering company because I've been messaging them trying to get the recipes for the crostini.
Oh, okay.
So hilarious. Those, by the way, were $55 a bottle. Just
Wow.
FYI, and they were on every table.
Yeah, she's talking about this. This was Friday morning. Hello, champagne to finish out the event.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was awesome.
that was good.
So I want to thank everyone down below here because not only are they all my friends, they're my lifeguards. They help run the group. They were a huge help at every point of this week of eBay because I like to burn the candle at not both ends, but every end that you can imagine. I threw a party on Tuesday. We had our show on Wednesday. I had friends over to the house on Friday, and so everybody down here helped out. So I want to thank all of you guys. You're very special to me and to my heart, and I love you guys very much. And now we can talk why I call Bridget Brenda. So I spoke from the stage, and I kind of did that speech because they were all in the crowd, and I somehow flubbed Bridget's name, and in my head I saw the name Brenda, which I don't even hang out with any Brendas. I have no Brenda friends, and so I kind of called Bridget Brenda from the stage, so now that's her new name.
While I was holding your phone,
I know.
that was the best part. I was holding your phone, taping you. But that's not the first time you've forgotten my name.
No, I don't know what's wrong with me. I love you to death. I don't know what the hell is. I have this brain. You know, I forgot like 4 things today. I think I'm gonna chalk it up to I'm getting old. I don't know what the hell's going on with me.
That's what it is. I think you have a rum deficiency or something.
All right. So that was eBay Open. You should definitely come. Any event gets to you. They're awesome. You'll feel so good leaving that you can't wait to get home and list because we all have that feeling. Like I want to sell some stuff.
Pumped.
Hey, Jason, can I say one more thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so it was also my birthday when I flew in, so thank you all for making it a great day. And also thank you for all the members that just made it so easy to talk to. You know, they came up and like, hey, I know you.
Yes.
And it was like we knew them. And I loved it every moment. Every member that I talked to was just a joy. I loved it all.
I agree. Everyone was wonderful, and I had a lot of people also come up to me and talk to me. And again, I wasn't really myself, but it was so great to put some faces to all the names and to meet some of our wonderful members. We really have some amazing members. So That was a
Really,
highlight
really
for
good.
me.
Look, there was other Facebook groups there that brought members, but there was nobody better than the Surfers of the Thrifting Board. We
Nope.
owned that event. We had the
Mhm.
most fun. Everyone knew us. Everyone wanted to hang with us. And yeah, we throw up the shaka. And hey, Theresa, I'm going to bust you right now. I'm going to bust you right now, Theresa.
Uh-oh.
I was looking at when we were taking the group photos, there was a progression, and you weren't doing it right. So if you watch the pictures, you can see someone teaching you how to do it.
Me?
Yes.
Not me.
'cause
No way.
No, you were like this, and as the pictures go, I see someone talking to you, and you switch to this.
She was
No
doing the
way.
longhorn instead of the shaka?
This is what's natural. ASU.
Yeah, well, when you're a surfer Hawaiian, this is what's natural.
I had to learn it too, so.
But since we're, I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about eBay Open, which we've done, but I want to talk about the Thrifting Board, and we always mention it, but I really want to make sure people know where to go and who we are and why you should be in our Facebook group. So let me share the group real quick, and I didn't prep anybody, but oops, let me get rid of that. Oh, jeez. So here's the Thrifting Board, and why don't you guys all say a little something about the board? What's your role? What you like, whatever. Say something, and tell people why they should be hanging out on our beach, because ours is not a group; it is a beach, and we do not have admins. We have lifeguards because sometimes the seas of e-commerce can be rough, and you might need some saving, and so we have lifeguards to save you. So I'll start with Bridget, Brenda.
We promote a positive environment for people who are serious about learning to sell on eBay, or if they've already been selling on eBay, about improving selling on eBay. We do not allow negativity. We're basically a no bullshit group. And that's what I love about it. I venture occasionally into other groups, and I really quickly back out because I have kind of a zero tolerance policy on bullshit, as my kids and my family are very well aware of. And that crosses over into the group. And I love our group. I love our beach. And like the others said, I loved having so many people come up to us and say thank you, thank you, thank you. And the overwhelming majority said thank you for the zero tolerance policy for BS. We love that it's straightforward. We teach, but we don't allow you to come in there and talk about crap we don't want to be have talked about.
Absolutely. Lorna?
Same as what Bridget said about the members coming up saying thank you so much for not having a zero tolerance for the BS, and really monitoring our threads and making sure they're clean and appropriate. I do more of the SM side, the social media side. CRs are shipping. I have my flaws in shipping, so I kind of stay away from those, and I learn from her. I'm not joking. I learn from CR all the time. I seriously do. And so I kind of just watch her threads, but I do the social media. If the girls need me, they'll tag me or message. And also done a lot of one-on-one with some of our group members where they just don't get it, so I'll take a little time out of my day and help them out, and it makes me happy to help out, so I like it. I love being a lifeguard. It's been almost 2 years now, so.
Oh yeah, our karma points are way up here. you could do some bad things. You could kick some little puppies, and you're all right still. Pam, what you got, girl?
I'm part of the social media team with Lorna and Joy and Nadine and Christine, and I met a bunch of members at the eBay Open, and I was able to help some of them learn how to do our daily social media thread, and that was great. I'm the newest lifeguard, so I'm still, feeling my way through the water. But everybody has been great, and people private message me and ask questions, and I'm more than willing to answer any questions that people have, and I'm glad that people reach out and ask, because that's what we're here for. We'd rather you ask and learn than just, go off on your own and do something crazy. We're here to help.
Theresa?
So my favorite thing is helping the newbies, and while I'm not in there actively every day, a lot of you know I moved in April into a very rural area, and my internet sucks, and I hate it, which is why I'm sitting outside of McDonald's doing this show. So yeah, don't move to a rural area when you have an online business. But I post some things that I think that will happen if I think that will help the group. So I participate that way, and I too like I get some people that will PM me and ask me questions, and if it's appropriate, we'll take it to the group. But if sometimes it's a little more personal, so then we keep it in private message. But people ask. My biggest thing is I think that sellers underprice their items, and so when I sell something that for a lot more money than a lot of the other listings, then I try to post that and show people that price is not what drives a sale on eBay. It may on other platforms, but it certainly isn't on eBay. So anyway, so yeah, that's my role. I signed up for Jason's group in June of 2012 after listening while listening to him at eBay Radio in Vegas, and so I've been an admin lifeguard for that long, and it's great. I love like everybody else said, the positive pro. It's like, don't bash eBay, don't bash this. I mean, everybody gets frustrated, and yeah, so there's a way you can handle a frustrating situation, and that's what we promote in the group. It's like nobody gets anywhere when you just bash and throw things,
right.
Vent, take the personal issues out of it, and present it as a business issue, and it's a totally different issue.
Yeah.
And Nadine?
Well, like Lorna said, I love being a lifeguard, and all of you here are family to me. You're more than just friends. You're my family, and I love you all for that. So, not to get really teary, but we do have a really big sense of community in our group. It's kind of like a big family, and just feeling that love and support that, especially in the last week when I reached out about some of my struggles, and just to get such an outpouring of love and support that doesn't happen in other groups. That doesn't happen. It's amazing. And I love our members, and I love all of you for that. So I think that's one of my favorite things, and I also like how each and every one of us in the lifeguard team, we all bring something different. We all have different skills and different specific I don't want to say talents, but things that we're stronger on than other things, and I think that's great. And I love that about our team. We work really well together. So thank you to all of you. I love you all.
All right, you're all fired. Not one of you said you're glorious leader. What the hell?
Well, I included you in that.
Where's the love? That's it. Show's over. Get out. No, I want to really add on to what we were saying about Nadine just said about community, because we have built a beach that the community is just amazing. We help each other. We take care of each other. I love when somebody has a tiki question and I go to answer it, and it's already been answered by somebody who has learned from me and knew the answer and gave it before I even got there, because that is just amazing to me. I like to see people learn. I like to see people prosper. And I like to see people help each other. And, we have helped two people a lot lately, Nadine's being one of them, and our good friend and guest on Thrifty Business, Tim Taylor. And so Tim's, in the hunt for a new van. Tim's in a wheelchair, if you don't know. It doesn't have much mobility, and the current van he has is no longer safe to drive. So we're trying to give him a new van. But, Tim could be like, well, my life's kind of sucky. I don't got a van. Instead, he's in the group helping out, and he's like, here's how I take pictures. Look how amazing these pictures are. And Tim's in a wheelchair with not much use of any of his limbs, and he has different assistants help him throughout the week. And so he basically kind of sits behind him and directs them and how to take pictures. And he shared his setup, and it's not exotic, and it's not but this is a great shot. It's great detail. He's using an iPhone, And here's the setup. It's not amazing, and I don't mean that as a dig, but he took what he had and made it something and took the time to share it and teach and help others. And that's what I love about our group, because everyone wants to help everyone else be successful. I do not see our group members or any of my lifeguards as my competition. I see them as my colleagues in business. And so when you go to these other groups, everyone just kind of hates each other and they hate the platform they sell on. And I often will hop in and go, then leave, quit.
Right.
If you hate where you're working, go find a job. I like where I work. I like all these women down here. I like the 14,000 members in our group. I like what I do every day. So I enjoy that. And I think if you're not in the group, please come join us. If you have friends who are in the group, please have them join us. It's an amazing group of just amazing people. So I would put our group up against anybody's. Because not only is it an amazing group, so the social media team teaches you how to use social media to share. We have a weekly haul thread, so you can just in one place see everybody's hauls, what the cool stuff everybody found this week. And then the help, I mean, it's amazing. When you're in a thrift store and you're like, hey, what's this? Within 20 minutes, you're going to be like, well, that was produced in 2017. There was only 100 of them made. The reds came in 50. The blues came in 50. I mean, it's nuts. It's nuts. But we've built this community that is so amazing. And you know what? The people recognize it. People see it. The eBay execs in our group love our group because, look, is eBay perfect? No. Is Amazon perfect? No. Do we all have problems from day to day? Yes. Can we fix them? Yes. And the way we allow people to fix their problems is come to us with your problem, with the facts, no emotion. Because other groups, it's just like, eBay sucks, I don't like nothing, screw the post office, and that negativity just breeds more negativity. My life is too short to have all that negativity.
Right.
I want positivity. All these people down here and all these people in the group, that's all positivity. And that's why you should be hanging out with us on the beach. Am I right, girls?
Yes.
That's right.
We should do our chant.
I was just about to.
Oh, okay.
So we created a chant for the event, and any event where you see 3 or more members, we will do the chant. And the reason I did the chant was when I was growing up, my family had a chant, and everywhere we went, somebody would start it, and we would do it. It was kind of long, and by the end, everyone was like, who are these crazy people? But, man, I want to party with them because they're a lot of fun. Because people don't show up at events with chants. So
We had people ask to party with us.
yeah.
Or
All right,
how many
so
people asked to join the group at the event? We signed up a lot of people on the spot.
I
did.
I went around with my badge. There was a couple of days where I just walked around. People asked what the thrifting board was, so I just showed them on my phone, and they asked to join, and I just approved them right then.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I did.
I would actually take people's phone and say, okay, no, you need to hit join group. And I would click join group for them, and then I'd pull my phone out and approve them right there on the spot. It was awesome. So much fun.
all right, so we'll try it here in our in the Google Hangout. We'll give it a whirl here. So ready? This light out of the way a little bit. There we go. What's up?
Surf's
There's always a little bit of a delay, so this is much more
It's not the
amazing.
same.
in person. All right, we'll start again. What's up?
Surf's up.
I can't hear you. What's up?
Surf's up.
And who are we?
The Thrifting Board.
And what do we do?
Hang.
Now that might sound like a hot mess, but it definitely sounds way better in person.
Much better person.
That was pathetic.
So
Where's
I
our
wanna-
whistles when we need them?
yeah, I want to thank everyone that has ever participated in the group. I want to thank all my admins, my lifeguards down below. I want to thank the ones that aren't below, but I see them in the chat. I saw Christine in the chat tonight. I saw Robin in the chat. So I want to thank them. I want to thank everyone who's watching. Thank you for watching episode 1 of season 3. Thank you all for being part of this. You know, it's been a hell of a ride. Now, I want to surprise everybody with something I had thought of the other day. And this will be a surprise to Nadine and everybody else, I think. I don't think I've told anybody yet. But our 1-year anniversary of the beach is rapidly approaching. A couple of weeks will be at 1 year. We'll probably be around 14,000 members, and that is amazing to bring that many people together in 1 year. So I don't have the date yet, but what I think I'm going to do is kind of a marathon Google Hangout. So it won't be Thrifty Business Show. It won't be Mother Show with my mom selling past their expiration date. It'll be just me. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna share. Each of the lifeguards have picked out 5 posts over the year that they liked, and usually it's a post that just went so phenomenally positive, like the group came together to help out somebody. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link out there to everyone, the link to actually be on the show. So what I want for like 2 hours is the lifeguards and the surfers and past guests and maybe future guests to wander in and out of the show, talk about what they've learned over the year, what they've prospered because of what they learned over the year. And, you know, it's going to be a marathon show, not like the Chris Green and I marathons where we go for 18 hours. But I think I'll go for a couple hours, and then people can just wander in and out at their leisure and say, hey. And I think it'll be a good way to celebrate all of us, the beach, and everybody who's on the beach who has become successful. So I think that'll be quite fun. And that'll be in the next 2 weeks, because our anniversary is in 2 weeks. Am I right?
I think it's about 2 weeks. What is it? What's the actual date?
August 30th.
Okay.
August
Okay.
30th.
All right, so in 19 days. All right, so I'll get the date, but I think it'll be fun, and I might do it maybe on a weekend, because maybe hopefully more people could hop in, because I know some of us have 9-to-5ers, and that's cool. So you'll see everyone down here. You'll see them back. I'm sure they'll hop in, and we will have babies.
Aww.
We will have cats.
I'll bring a cat.
Is your dog handy, Lorna?
No, I hope she's gone by then.
No, the dog you showed me earlier.
That's not my dog. It's my boyfriend's mom's dog.
Oh, well, it was still a cute dog.
It is, but they live in Oregon. Oh, come here, Spike.
Oh, see? There we go. We'll have babies, dogs, cats. It'll be awesome.
Boyfriends.
Boyfriends. Where's the... All right, so now we got... Okay, ready? So, baby, baby, cats, dogs, and where's the boyfriend?
Oh, he went back downstairs. Travis!
All right, we got McDonald's snacks. And then I'll bring up my baby. Hey, come here, baby. I'll show my baby. What are you doing?
Get it come back on.
Oh.
Aww.
Oh, there's my boy Atocha. Hi, Atocha.
And
I
here's
have to get my dog on. Oh, there's Travis. There's your boyfriend.
Oh, there's the boyfriends. Hey, Trav.
I
So,
have
yes.
to get my dog on the show sometime.
Oh, and another cat. So, yes,
Aw.
we will do all this.
Travis hung out with us the whole week. He got to experience
Awesome.
the crazy lifeguard girls.
Oh yeah, I did.
He was there all week long. He did a good job.
Oh, hold the baby higher. Did the baby leave already? People want to see the baby better.
Oh, I take
Oh,
the baby
okay.
back. Hold on.
All right. So I want to, while you get the baby back, I want to thank everybody down below, everybody who's watching. I love all you guys. It's been an incredible ride, both with the Thrifting Board and with Thrifty Business with Jay and Nay. It's been such a fun show to watch it grow. I had to go back and watch a couple early episodes because I was looking for something, and it's so amazing from where we are to where we're at. It's been a fun year, and I love that we're doing this. I love seeing everybody. All right, show that baby up. I know you're short there. Oh.
Aww.
Brenda says, bite me.
Oh, so cute.
Here's my baby, my granddaughter. Oh, please don't fuss.
All right, so Thrifty Business with Jay and A, Episode 2, Season 3 will be on normal time, normal date next week, Thursday. And my mom is finally back from vacation because, you know, when you're 73, you have to vacation every other week. And so we are doing a summer past year expiration, being Thrifty Over 50 this Saturday. Our topic will be Disney somewhat, because my mom was at Disney for a week, and we're going to show you how you can source without really having to go out and source and make some money while you're on vacation. I've done it. Mom's done it. I think all of us down here have sourced while on vacation, but you can do it if you have a significant other. Hi, Travis. We'll talk about you for a second. Who doesn't love the thrill of the hunt? There is ways to find stuff without really even deviating from your vacation, and we're going to talk about that. So Mom and I are going to do that on Saturday. I don't know the exact time yet, but the post will be up tomorrow morning, so tune in for that. And then in like 2 weeks, we'll do this big like two or 3 hour show where everyone can come in and share their stories and or whatever. Promote something. You want to promote your store, whatever. It'll be a celebration of all the surfers on the beach.
Can I say something?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I think I speak for all the lifeguards and for everyone that was at Open. I want to say thank you to you, Jason, for providing such a wonderful environment for all of us sellers, but also for providing such a fun experience as a group. I've never been a part of anything that big and that much fun in my life. So thank you, and thank you for being such a good friend.
Oh, you're welcome. Don't make me cry now.
I had a blast. I needed that break. I came home ready to see my family, but also pumped about my eBay business. But I wanted to say thank you for being such a good friend and for such a great time. I had a blast. I was exhausted, but I had a blast.
Yeah, you guys brought the party.
Love you from the bottom of my heart as such a good friend.
Well, thank you, Bridget, Brenda.
Even if you can't remember my name.
I know. Thank you, Lorna. You were a blast to hang out and party with
Yes,
yet again in Vegas, because we've done it twice now.
Yes. And your mom is amazing to hang out with. She's a dance machine.
She is amazing.
73, and she will party people under the table.
I couldn't keep up with her.
Pam and Travis, it was awesome hanging out with you guys. I always love seeing the two of you.
Thanks for having us. It was great being there. It was great to meet my fellow lifeguards,
Yes.
Brenda, Bridget, Lorna.
I'm going to wear a damn name tag.
Right? Definitely. You need a name tag. And, you know, hanging out with everybody that I already knew, Theresa, Nadine, Jason, and also getting to meet your mom. She was fabulous. She out-partied me, definitely. And also getting to meet other people, Robin and Vicky and Debbie and Anne. It was fantastic getting to meet all these people that I know from Facebook, but I didn't actually get to meet face-to-face before Las Vegas.
Yeah, you know, what we do for the most part is a lonely thing. For the most part, online sellers, it's you at your desk all day by yourself. So when you get those times that you can go to an eBay meetup or an event, or just if you're in Vegas and we're having a gang of us hang out at Frankie's Tiki Room, those moments when you can meet people face to face and learn people beyond their avatar, it is a great moment, because life will throw some shit at you, but man, if you can expand your friendships with all these people, it's just amazing, because now, you know, and this is way different than 20 years ago. Now we have friends across the country that we easily know, and when I'm in Chicago, I can hang out with these people. When I'm in Podunk, Pennsylvania, I can hang out with Travis's family. When I'm in Washington, I can hang out with Lorna. So, you know, you have these people, and then obviously Philly, it's always a party in Philly. I cannot wait to go back to the gay piano bar.
Oh, yes, we have to go back there. That was the best bar ever.
Accidental find, all right.
And I'm saving it for when you come back.
All right, so cool. Thank you, everyone. We'll tune in for Selling Past Your Expiration Date this Saturday. Nadine, what are we talking about next Thursday?
We are talking about women's fashion from an actual fashion designer and breast cancer survivor.
Ooh,
and one of my personal
next
friends.
Thursday, too. So we'll compare pedicures. Tell your girl to get her toes on point. We'll compare them next week.
Oh, she has colorful hair, colorful
All right.
clothing. She is, you're going to like Heidi.
All right, thank you, everyone. I love you all, and we'll see you next week. And then don't forget, tune in Saturday for Selling Past Your Expiration. And if you want to be on the show in a couple of weeks, I do the marathon show. All you need to do is have a computer with a camera is the easiest way. Yeah, I know Theresa did it from her mobile in the parking lot, but I'll post a link. Click join, and if you've never done it before, you're going to have to download a couple things. But for those of you who've been on Google Hangouts, just click and join. You'll be there. I can have 10 people at a time. So, you know, I just want people coming and going. So if you want to share something, prep something. 2 weeks, I'll get you the date. Please, everyone, join us. It'll be a lot of fun. Oh, and I got tons of shit to give away. I forgot that part. Tune in. I'm going to give stuff away. There we go. To celebrate the 1 year, I got a lot of swag to give away.
You did send my box to me, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
I got the tracking number downstairs. I'll get it to you, girl.
Making sure you didn't steal my shit.
No. I shall not. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night, and happy birthday to my wife. I got to go to the airport and pick her up.
Happy birthday, Stacy.
Bye.
Happy birthday, Stacy.
Birthday, Stacy.